So how do you get your first 1,000 YouTube subscribers? What can you do? What changes can you make to your channel? What things outside of YouTube can you do to improve your chances of gaining subscribers quickly? Well, I've learned a few tips and tricks after my kind of 5 months history on YouTube, and I'm gonna show you guys those things so you can grow your channels quickly. If you don't know me, my name is Zach, and I'm a second-year medical student in Philadelphia, and I just hit 1,000 subscribers. So a quick caveat, I actually only have 1,000 subscribers, so take my advice with a massive kind of boulder of salt. But these are just the tips and tricks that I've learned kind of getting here that I think will help any new kind of YouTube channel grow and grow quickly. So the first tip is be good and be consistent. If I could only give one tip, it would be this: be good and be consistent. If you make good videos and you make them consistently, you will amass followers at an exponential rate. I guarantee that. But let's parse out this statement a little bit. So what does good mean? Well, I don't really know. In fact, my videos probably still kind of suck right now, but the only way I'm gonna get to maybe that good or kind of good is if I keep doing this, keep practicing, and keep getting better. And that's the way that you can improve your channel too. The second part of this statement, which should be much more accessible to everyone, is being consistent. This means uploading a video at the same time every week and doing it every week. Not only is this much better for like your current subscribers and also your audience, but it's also better for the YouTube algorithm, and it's really good for keeping you accountable, keeping you on a deadline to post a video every week. I made a decision to post a video every week for 2 years. So I'm posting a video every Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern time. And I'm using that video kind of timing to keep me consistent and keep me uploading. If I didn't have this deadline, I might not upload videos consistently. Making this deadline makes me finish projects, which is the most important thing, right? Getting something done. Publish at least one video a week at the same time every week and make that video as good as you can. The second tip is use analytics. Which video are people clicking on more? Which video has a higher impression click-through rate? When you go through the analytics on my page, you see a clear trend. Like the videos with the most views are the ones that are like medical school, Anki, study with me kind of stuff. But then I'm probably not, or maybe I shouldn't make any more videos on personal development or technology. So that's what I did, right? I saw this in the beginning. I saw that medical school videos were doing well. I saw that Anki videos were doing well, and I decided to make more of those videos. The next tip is to publish longer videos. According to YouTube, we focus on those videos that increase the amount of time that the viewer will spend watching videos on YouTube. Now, there's a good graph from Backlink.io, and what it shows is that the top videos on the front page of kind of YouTube all have a watch time of around 15 minutes. If we go to my channel, we'll see that the videos with the most views are these longer videos. The longest video I have is actually the most viewed video I have. So the average length of my top 5 videos on YouTube is 14 minutes and 59 seconds, and the average length of the top videos on the front page of YouTube, according to backlink.com, is 14 minutes and 50 seconds. But it makes sense, right? What is YouTube's incentive? Well, YouTube's incentive is to make more money. How do they make more money? Well, they make more money by putting up more ads. How do they put up more ads? Well, you need videos with longer time and longer watch time so they can place more ads inside of these videos. So that means videos that have longer watch time are gonna be promoted more by YouTube because they can put more ads in it, and therefore they can make more money from those videos. Bottom line, I would aim for videos about 15 minutes in length. The next tip is it's okay to ask your friends and family to follow you or subscribe to you, but I'd only ask them once. When you publish that first video, it's gonna feel like the most amazing thing in the world. You're gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna be huge on YouTube. I remember I published my first video and I was like, how come I'm not Ali Abdaal? How come I don't have 1 million subscribers and people aren't flocking to my video? Well, no one cares about you yet. You have nothing, and you have to work slowly and hard to build that following. I remember when I looked at my video, I think I had 30 views in the first hour, and 23 of those views were from me hitting refresh on the page. Maybe I got desperate, I don't know. But I reached out to my family and my friends and I was like, can you like check out my video, maybe give it a watch, maybe subscribe to me? And they're like, yeah, sure. And I went from 30 views to 100 views. I went from 2 subscribers to 30 subscribers. So it felt really good. And it's kind of nice to have this little boost in the very beginning when you're most delicate, right? When you're most likely to quit and stop making videos. Sure, your friends might make fun of you a bit, but if you can't handle a little good-natured ribbing from your friends, how are you gonna handle like the comments that come from the entire internet? So bottom line is, Tell your friends, tell your family about your YouTube channel, but only tell them once, don't pester them. The next tip is interact with your audience. According to YouTube, when creators take the time to interact with their loyal community, it can encourage audience participation and ultimately result in a larger fan base. Now, you're probably a small channel like me, a tiny channel. How can we possibly compete with these channels that have like 1 million subscribers, 10 million subscribers? Even 100,000 subscribers seems massive to me. Well, the thing we can do, which these bigger channels can't do, is we can be unscalable. Well, what does that mean? Well, unscalable, right? It just means what you're doing now, you probably won't be able to do in the future as you scale, as you get bigger. So the one thing you can do right now, right, is you can comment on every single one of the comments on your videos. You can reply to every single comment on your video. Bigger channels just can't do that because they get so many comments at all times. Heart comments, pin a comment, reply to every single comment on every single one of your videos. As a quick side note, I also reply to all emails people send me. I reply to all Instagram DMs people send me, and I would reply to all Twitter things that people send me, but I think I have 8 followers on Twitter and 3 of which are my family members. So now there is one thing that I don't necessarily agree with. I don't think you should be commenting on other people's channels for the sole purpose of pulling viewers to your channel. Now I'm all for, right, interacting with other YouTubers, collaborating, whatever. I think that's an amazing way to grow and an amazing way to create a nice, like, friendly internet space, right? Now occasionally I'll get the comment on one of my videos and I'll kind of see this on other, especially bigger YouTubers. Hey, great video, come check out my video because I do XYZ. Now, I'm pretty sure everyone can see right through this. It's kind of tacky, it's a little bit lame, and I don't think many viewers are gonna go to your channel just because you commented on someone else's channel. Sure, advertising your channel through comments on other people's channel might pull some viewers to your kind of channel, but I don't think that's the way you wanna get subscribers and viewers. Overall, I'd say just reply to every single comment you get on your YouTube channel. The next tip is learn from, and yes, that might mean copy, other YouTubers. Every successful YouTuber, I guarantee you every successful YouTuber has done this at least once. They look at another channel and they say, this other channel has done this and they got a lot of views and subscribers from this. Maybe I'll do this. They've all done it. But the thing is, I don't think that's unethical either. Austin Kleon in Steal Like an Artist says, what a good artist understands is that nothing comes from nowhere. All creative work builds on what came before. Nothing is completely original. And I completely agree with him. When you're looking at these other channels, you're not stealing from them unless you copy word for word from what they're doing. But usually that's not what you do, right? You're gonna look at a bunch of different channels. You're gonna see what appeals to you, what you like, what you dislike, and you're only gonna include the things that speak to you, the things that kind of match who you are. Okay, morality claim out of the way. Now let's look exactly how you should look at other people's channels to kind of draw inspiration for your own channel. So what I would do is I would look at channels that are maybe an order or 2 of magnitude higher than you. So what does this mean? So if you have 100 subscribers, I would maybe look at 1,000 subscriber channels or 10,000 subscriber channels. If you have 1,000 subscriber channels like me, I would maybe look at 10,000 subscriber channels or 100,000 subscriber channels. So I'm at 1,000 subscribers now. So this is what I do, right? I'm going to go to someone else's video that has kind of maybe 10 times more viewers than me. So this guy, I watch him sometimes, I see his stuff pop up, and I'll go sort by most popular. And I'll see what videos seem to do well. So it looks like, oh, the week before medical school did well, a vlog did well. Here's another person I look at, Sebastian Puri, he's Australian, I don't know how to say it. But it looks like a study with me video, day in the life, study routine. And you can see kind of this is where I've drawn some inspiration from some of my current videos, right? I saw these videos and I decided, okay, I'm gonna make day in the life videos. I'm gonna make study with me and how I study videos, and I'm also gonna make Anki videos. From doing this, I've actually built I have a huge list now, maybe of 30. I can show you guys. You can take my YouTube video ideas. I don't care. I'll show you my YouTube video ideas. You can see I have here, right? I have my medical school essentials, how to study more in less time, medical school, spaced repetition, blah, 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 blah. These are videos coming up, and these are different videos. But a lot of these videos, right, are based off ideas from other people's videos. Bottom line, I'd look at channels that are 10 to 100 times bigger than you, sort their videos by most watched, and scroll through these videos and see which videos kind of appeal to you and you would like to make a video about. Make videos with a similar theme to these popular videos and you will grow quickly. Now, if be good and be consistent was the most important tip I give you, the second most important tip I would say is have good titles and good thumbnails. This is extremely important, and I'm gonna spend a little bit more time on this just because of how important it is. Most of the people watching my videos right now, actually, if we go to my analytics, you can see that over 80% of the people watching my videos are not subscribed to me. So they don't know me. They don't know like maybe that they like my videos, they dislike my videos. The only thing they know is they see a title and they see a thumbnail and they want to click it. So that's 80% of my viewers. So that's how important just having a good thumbnail and a good title is. Using kind of the previous tip before, which is look at others, learn from others, that's how I make my titles and that's how I make my thumbnails as well. But in titles and thumbnails, I don't limit myself to the 10 to 100 times range. I also look to people who I really admire and strive to be like. Those people are like Ali Abdaal and also Matt Davella. I think these are both amazing, amazing YouTubers that I dream to be like one day. Things that I notice from these people I admire are their thumbnails are simple and bright. There's not much text actually on these thumbnails. And also they use real world props on their thumbnails as opposed to just overlaying images. Another good thing to do before you kind of finalize on your title and thumbnail is just search your title on YouTube and see what other people with similar titles have gotten the most views. So for example, this video is how to get your first 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. And if I search that, I can see kind of so it looks like it's a simple one with 1,000 subs, 1,000 subs. So in this thumbnail, maybe I'll include something that has 1,000 subs on it. And there are two great resources that are free. The first one is Thumbs Up. And Thumbs Up is great because you can drag an image into this little side thing here and put a title in, and it'll put up what it will look like when you actually make this video. The next one is Headline Analyzer. So if you just Google Headline Analyzer, you'll get this page, and you can see that I picked this title because this scored much better, and it also is the first thing I thought of when I was searching something. So this is the title probably that I'm gonna use. So now that we've looked at titles, let's delve a little bit deeper into thumbnails. So this, I think, is a bad thumbnail. If you look at this, I'm not really sure why there's two of me on the screen. I'm not really making a facial expression. My title doesn't really make any sense. It's just not, I didn't follow my own rules. Stupid. This isn't a good title and this isn't a good thumbnail. And so it only got like 300 views. And I didn't look for inspiration on other people's videos. Now, if we go to this video here, which is one of my kind of like day in the life videos, this has a clear picture of me, right, in my medical school attire. You know what it says, medical student, and it's simple. And also, I didn't come up with this idea completely on my own, right? If we go to here, day in the life of a medical student, which is what I should do and what I do now before every time I make a video is I Google it and I look at other people's thumbnails. Look, this is pretty much what I base my thumbnail off, this girl right here. And that's what I do. I just look at other thumbnails and titles that worked well and kind of copy them and adapt them to my own. So overall, what would I do? Step one, I'd look at other people's titles and thumbnails when you're coming up with your video and see which ones have the most views. Step two, would I want to click on it? Is it interesting enough? Is it something that I think appeals to me? In step number three, make it your own, right? Look at these titles and thumbnails and kind of put your own little spin onto it. Tip number 8 is fix your audio. The camera really doesn't matter that much. Any iPhone camera is good enough. The audio, however, really does matter. And this isn't just the quality of your microphone, right? This is there a dishwasher on in the background? Do you have family members making a lot of noise and rustling? Did you leave the window open and you live in a city so you hear the sounds of the city and like fire engines and alarms going off in the background? Have you not prepared the script properly or learned it properly so your video is filled with ums and pauses and stuff like that? I think like most people, if the audio is bad, I'm just gonna click off the video. I'm just gonna do it. Buy a $30 microphone, be aware of ambient noise, and speak clearly. This and just this can skyrocket your production quality. The next thing I would do is optimize your videos for search. That means your titles should be optimized for when people search in the YouTube search bar. The biggest source of my YouTube views are from YouTube searches. And that's because, and you can also see Google here, and that's because I try to make my videos searchable. Now, what does that mean? Well, if you're trying to learn something on YouTube, which a lot of people, tons of people are trying to do, right? How do they search for it? Well, usually it'll be how to blah, blah, blah. So a lot of my videos, probably half of my videos, if you go to my videos here, you can see that a lot of them are how to customize your Anki background, how to use Anki like a pro, how I scored, how I did this, because that's what people search for in the search bar of YouTube. The other thing that's cool is that Google also indexes to YouTube, right? So a lot of times Google will, when you're searching for something, it'll just pop up a video. So for example, if I wanted to search how to use OnKing in medical school. You can see that this kind of comes up, but I'm the second one. I'm the second link. Isn't that cool? And I'm the second, I'm the third. And this is because this is what people are clicking on from Google, right? People are going to Google and searching how to do this, and they click on this. And if we go to my analytics, you'll see that the biggest external source of traffic that I get to my YouTube channel is actually Google search with like 35%. That's pretty good. Another good way to optimize your videos for search is to just use the YouTube search bar. So when you have a video idea or something like that, just go to the search bar. And so for example, for this video, I'll be making how to get your first 1,000. And then I'll just go through here, first 1,000 subscribers, and I'll see what most people are searching on. Gaming, tips, fast, 1 week, 1 day, fast, easy. So maybe it might benefit me to use fast and easy in my title, right? Because that's what a lot of people are searching for. And you can apply this to anything. So if I wanted to like do a cooking video, how to cook, right? I just do how to cook. And right now, how to cook a turkey there's a lot of people searching for it, right? Because Thanksgiving, well, when I'm recording this, it's around the time of Thanksgiving. So it's ranking by what most people are searching for. So you can make your videos around literally just typing into YouTube the first part of kind of your YouTube idea, and then let YouTube decide like what the video is gonna be. The next thing are some things that I definitely would not do, some don'ts. Don't buy subscribers. Don't mislead with clickbait. Now notice how I said it didn't say don't use clickbait. I think you actually should use clickbait, but you should come through with the clickbait screen and title, right? You want to deliver your promise in the video. If you're not delivering your promise in the video, people will click your video less and people will be kind of angry at you, to be honest. Don't disable your comments, subscriber count, like, dislike count, any of that stuff. 99% of the most successful YouTubers have this enabled. Also, personally, when I see a video with no comments, no like count, and no subscriber count, it just like weirds me out a little bit. Also, if there's a channel that I really like, I want to show my support to them. I want to tell them like how much I like their channel. So I want to comment, I want to like, and I want to subscribe. I want that to be reflected on the like count and the comments, because it's a little bit of ego for me, right? I want people to know me and how much I'm supporting this random person like Casey Neistat, right? Because I think he's great, and I want to show to the world how much I think he's great. And that's great. You don't want to stop that. You don't want to stop your biggest fans from showing to everyone how much they like you, because they're going to be one of your biggest promoters. The other thing is just a small thing. Don't use copyrighted material without permission. Some things that I use are kind of Epidemic Sound, Pexels for free videos, and these are two kind of great sources where I don't have to think about it. These are just resources that I can use without kind of worrying that I'm going to copyright claim. The next tip is practice the 80-20 rule. So what does that mean? Well, the idea is that 20% of your inputs create 80% of your outputs. So if you can identify that 20% of input, then you could potentially increase your output by 400%. Of course, this isn't an exact science. You won't increase your output by 400%, but the general idea holds true. In the very beginning, I was publishing videos that did okay, but not amazingly so. But as you see kind of on my timeline, I started to realize that certain videos, like studying videos and Anki videos, did better. So I started to focus on those videos, and that's when I started to see the biggest rise in my view count and my subscriber count. I focused on the 20% of things using analytics that got me the most views and subscribers. For example, my first video that did really well, and still my top performing video, well, really well comparatively, right? I'm a small channel, but was this OnKing video, like how to use OnKing. So I noticed that, it seems like people really like this video. It seems like people are getting a lot of value from this video. Okay, I'm never gonna make that kind of video again. Anki's lame. I'm never gonna do it again. No, that's dumb, right? I would have been really dumb if I did that. I decided to focus on making more videos about Anki and like how to use Anki, because it seemed to be like that 20% of inputs that created 80% of my output. And in fact, actually this video that I'm making right now is definitely in that kind of smaller percentage of videos that I shouldn't be making, right? This video will probably not get that many views. A lot of people won't click on it because it's not kind of why people watch my videos. Most people, I think, watch my videos because they like Anki, they like seeing and learning about medical school, and they like learning about like productivity and like studying and stuff like that. They're not really interested in growing a YouTube channel. So this is kind of a video that I probably won't make that often, just because it's been shown through kind of my own personal analytics to not create that better outcome, that like 80% improvement outcome. So bottom line is, what is the 20% of your content that 80% of the internet flocks to? double, triple, quadruple down on that content and see the mass gains that you get from doing that. The next tip is create evergreen content. What does that mean? Well, you want to create content that people can click on and people can get value from in years and years and years down the line. This is opposed to topical or like zeitgeist kind of content, right? Because that content maybe won't be as clickable as time goes on. If you saw a video on YouTube that said, best iPhone apps for scheduling and planning your day in 2005. You might not click on that, right? Because that video from 2005 isn't as relevant to you right now. But if you saw another video that said how to properly manage and schedule your time during the day, you might click on that, right? That is evergreen content. That's content that's gonna be relevant for years and years to come. Both of those videos I just said could have been published in 2005, but one is still relevant now and the other is not relevant now. You want content that ages well because it begins to stack on each other. People will look at one of your videos and they'll say, I can see this video from a year ago. Oh, it's from a year ago, but it's something that still applies to me now. Instead of making a video on the current presidential election, why not make a video on how a president gets elected, right? The current presidential election will be topical and you'll probably get a good amount of viewers for that because it's happening right now. But in a year from now, 4 years from now, 20 years from now, do you think people are going to be clicking on that video? Probably not. They're probably more likely to pick a video that's how our president's elected because that's something that stays relevant. That's evergreen content. Bottom line, I would say make at least 80% of your videos evergreen content and the other 20% can be topical. The next tip I would say is add end screen. You want people kind of staying on your stuff, staying on your content. If you don't put up your own end screen, YouTube puts up its own end screen and they don't care if viewers click on your video or another person's video. All they care about is if people stay on YouTube and they stay watching videos. And again, this all comes back to why YouTube prioritizes videos over other videos. It's because they want to make more money. And how do they make more money? Well, they make more money from people watching a video longer. Therefore, that video can have more ads on it. Therefore, people watch more ads from that video. And therefore, YouTube makes more money from that video, which is longer and has more ads, from a shorter video, which is shorter and has less ads. You don't want people clicking away from your video, your content. You want people to stay on your kind of stream of information. How do you do that? Well, you add an end screen. The end screen that I personally like to do is I like to do the one that says best for viewer, and then I like to put up some kind of funny or whatever kind of background and just kind of have it overlaid. And I put that overlaid for about 10 seconds. Now, I select the thing that says best for viewer because I think when you select the one that says best for viewer, YouTube kind of looks at that individual viewer and says, okay, what videos have they watched? What video matches up most likely with the thing they will click next? So the last thing is have fun so you can play the long game. I'm doing this because I think it's awesome. Yes, it's a lot of work. Yes, it's kind of hard to make videos on top of studying for medical school, but I really like this. I have kind of tons and probably endless ideas about making videos about medical school, studying, productivity. I think on my list I have like 200 video ideas right now, and I don't think I'll ever run out of ideas. If you come up with your whole YouTube idea and your YouTube channel and you struggle with video ideas after about 20 video ideas, it might not be the right kind of niche or kind of field to make. The vast majority of channels don't actually start doing well and picking up a lot of subscribers until they have over kind of 50 to 100 videos. In fact, if you look at the top 50 YouTube videos and you look at the amount of videos they've published, the average of the amount of videos that those 50 top YouTubers have published is over 1,000 videos each. You gotta be in this for the long run. You gotta be in this for the long haul. That's how people are gonna start to notice you and also how you're gonna get better as like a creator. The other part of this though is to have fun. This is your channel. This is you. You can do whatever the hell you want. You can make a video about how you can balance a corn of the cob on your head while eating an ice cream cone through your ear. Really, like I'm gonna break this rule. I'm breaking this rule right now by making this video. This isn't in this kind of video I should be making because this isn't the video that what people will be looking at. Bottom line, have fun. Seriously, do whatever you want on this YouTube channel because it's yours. But yeah, if you made it all the way to the end, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for 1,000 subscribers. I wouldn't have gotten here kind of without everyone, and I will see you on the next one.